Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today we are discussing about the lipids. Here is the first question about it. What is the or which is the following major function of lipid? Energy storage, structural component of cell membrane, hormonal synthesis, or all of the above. All functions are concerned with lipids. Second basic one question is the basic building blocks of lipids are amino acids, nucleotides, fatty acids, monosaccharides. The answer is fatty acids. Here is another question. Saturated fatty acids have single bonds between carbon atoms, double bonds between carbon atoms, both single and double bonds between carbon atoms, no carbon atoms, single bond between carbon atoms. Unsaturated fatty acids have single bond, double bond between carbon atoms, or no carbon atoms, single bond. Unsaturated fatty acids have single bond, double bond, both single and double bonds, no carbon atoms, double bonds between carbon atoms. Which are the following is an example of unsaturated fatty acid? Linoleic, oxalic, stearic, palmitic. Example is correct answer is stearic acid. Which of the following is the function of triglycerides? Long-term energy storage, insulation and protection of organs, absorption and transport of fat, soluble vitamins, all of the above. Answer is all of the above. Phospholipids are a major component of cell membrane, adipose tissues, blood plasma, bone matrix. Is cell membrane. Phospholipids have a hydrophilic head and hydrophobic and fatty acid, glycerol, phosphate group, steroid. The answer is phosphate group. Steroids are characterized by a common structure: fatty acid chain, glycerol backbone, cholesterol ring, phospholipid bilayer, cholesterol ring. Omega 3 and omega 6 fatty acids are examples of saturated fatty acids, monosaturated fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids, trans fatty acids. The answer is polyunsaturated fatty acids. Trans fatty acids are formed through a process called, which process they are being formed? They are being formed by hydrogenation, oxidation, polymerization, or saponification. The answer is hydrogenation. Lipids serve as insulation in the body, help to regulate body temperature, blood pressure, heart rate, blood sugar level, body temperature. They are most important one to maintain or regulate our body temperature. Primary storage form of lipid in the where they are being cyclomicrons, phospholipids, triglycerides, steroids. The answer is triglycerides. Which one of the following is a fat soluble vitamin? Vitamin C, B12, D or K? Vitamin D. Lipid serves as insulation in the body, helping you regulate body temperature. Which type of the lipid is primarily used for storing energy in adipose tissue? Phospholipids, triglycerides, steroids, or Waxes, the example is correct answer is triglycerides. Which are the following is the example of saturated fatty acids? Oleic acid, nylonic, stearic, or arachidonic acid. The correct answer is stearic acid. Which of the following lipid is known for its role in hormone synthesis? Triglycerol, cholesterol, phosphoclone, or phosphodietylocholine? And which lipid is commonly found in high concentration in the brain and nervous tissue? Phosphatidylcholine, triglyceride, cholesterol, glycolipid. So answer is glycolipids. Which type of lipid is associated with waterproofing in plants and animals? Steroids, waxes, phospholipids, triglycerides. The answer is waxes. So well commonly known by the students who have actually read the waxes. Which of the following is a common feature of phospholipids? They contain a glycerol backbone. They are hydrophobic. They are typically solid at room temperature. They do not have fatty acids. So the correct answer is they contain glycerol backbone. A. Here is the next question. Which type of lipid is primarily responsible for the fluidity of cell membrane? Cholesterol, triglyceride, waxes, phospholipids. The answer is cholesterol. Which of the following is a function of waxes in plants? Water repellent, energy storage, hormone synthesis, structural support. The correct answer is water repellent. There is another question. Which lipid class is known for having a glycerol backbone with two fatty acids? Phosphate group, phospholipids, triglycerides, steroids, or waxes? The answer is phospholipids. Which are the following fatty acids is essential in the human diet? Stearic acid, palmic acid, linoleic acid, or oleric acid? So the correct answer is C. Linoleic acid. Here is another question. Which type of lipid is involved in the synthesis of vitamin D and steroid hormones? Triglyceride, waxes, cholesterol, phospholipids? Simply C. Cholesterol. Which are the following is not? Which are the following is not a component of triglyceride? Glycerol, group, fatty acids, or ester bond? The correct answer is B. Phosphate group. What is the primary source of essential fatty acids in human diet? Carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins? C. Fats. Which of the following lipid is primarily involved in the forming of the outer layer of cell membrane? Triglyceride, steroids, phospholipids, or waxes? The correct answer is phospholipids. Which type of lipid is used as biomarker for oxidative stress? Triglyceride, cholesterol, oxidized phospholipid, waxes? Simple answer is oxidized phospholipid. Simply so. Which are the following statement you can say is false about the false? They are soluble in water. They provide insolation. They have key energy source. They are involved in cellular signaling. Simply A. They are soluble in water. Lipids are the important group of biological molecules which are actually widely presented among plants and animals. The word lipid is actually given by the Bloor in 1943. They are insoluble in water. They are soluble in organic solvents like ether and alcohol. These compounds are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and you can say lesser ratio is seen oxygen as compared to carbohydrate, and their molecular formula is C57H110 and O6. They almost contain double amount of energy as compared to carbohydrates. They have following groups of lipids is acetylglycerol, human fats, and oil. Whenever the condensed product of glycerol and three fatty acids, we will say that they are called fats and oil. They are defined as ester of glycerol fatty acid. Ester is the linkage or bond formed between the alcohol and fatty acids. When the water is removed, it's called esterification. When we see this diagram, this one is glycerol, H, 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 and here is a fatty acid, OH, OH, OH. When they combine, they make a triglyceride, but the removal of water is seen in it. This one is a triglyceride. When three fatty acids combine with one glycerol. Glycerol is a trihydroxyalcohol, 3 carbon in each with the OH group, while fatty acid is a type of organic acid which has a carboxylic acid, and they have a chain. Whenever three fatty acid and glycerol combine, they form ester bond, or you can call it a triglycerol. This one is a triglycerol. Triglycerol is a neutral one in nature. It's a point with mostly they ask in MCQs. Triglycerol is a neutral one because of all the OH group of glycerol, and it has the two types acylglycerol. One is saturated and second is unsaturated. Saturated acylglycerol, human fatty acids or fats, they do not have any double bond of carbon atoms with hydrogen carbon atoms. Example is styrene, and the unsaturated has a carbon atom. That's why the simple difference between them. Fatty saturated glycerol is fat on a room temperature, and unsaturated glycerol is oil at room temperature. Only reason is that one. They have a more energy, 16 kg of fats which contain 144 into 10 power 3 kilocalories of energy, which is more and more and more than carbohydrates. Phospholipids is the type of lipid which is condensed product of glycerol and two fatty acids. It is same like one, but the similar one, acylglycerol, but only one fatty acid is not present in it. It has a choline present in it. It has two ends. One is fatty acid metab, which is a water repellent or non-polar, and second is water loving, or you can say hydrophobic and hydrophilic. And what is the function? Its function is it is present in all living cells and form membrane, and regulation of all cell permeability concerned with phospholipids. Waxes, they are the ester of long mono alcohol or long fatty chain of fatty acids. They are found as a protective coating on stem, stalk, leaves, animal skin, or you can say fruit skin, feathers, for everywhere, because they are water repellent and non-polar in nature, like hydrophobic you can say compounds they are. And they are two types, and one is natural like beeswax and cutiform cuticle of leaves, it is present, and second one is a synthetical one which is derived from petroleum or polyethylene. Terpenoids is a large and important class of lipids. Why? Because of isoprenoid. C5H8 is the formula. Terpenes, steroids, prostaglandins, carotenoids, all these are the type of terpenoids. Why they are important? They are found in the cell membrane as a cholesterol, and chlorophyll, fragrance, and methyl, they are found here. Terpenes are a type of terpenoids which form few isoprenoids of diterpenes or triterpenes. They are important because they are used in the perfumes, uh, and vitamin A and vitamin 2 is also concerned. Component of it, synthesis of rubber and latex are also concerned with terpenes. Steroid is a type of terpenoid which is formed are made up of isoprenoid, which contains 70 carbon atoms arranged in 4 rings. Three of them is hexagonal and one is pentagonal in shape. Carotenoids are concerned especially with plants. They give red, orange colors, brown colors to plants. They are important one because of they are in the plants like cytochromes, chlorophyll, phytochromes, latex, rubber. All this one is concerned with the plants just because of the carotenoids.